The Hero Rises banner has officially been announced. In this video, I'll be going over the AHR results, analyzing the units on the banner, going over the summoning rates, and of course answering the question, should you pull? Let's start off with the results of A Hero Rises. Oh my god. And the winner of A Hero Rises is actually Lyn, coming in at number 1. Not much of a surprise here. I think Emblem Lyn was kind of the guarantee on this banner, and she did come out with a nice 11,000 votes. In second place, we have Emblem Sigurd, also very nice, meaning we have 2 Emblem units on this banner, which is extreme value not only for everyone else, but especially for free-to-plays, because that means they can spark an Emblem without Fey Pass. So absolutely great results already there. In third place, we have our first snake. We have New Year's Nidhogger, which is good. I mean, she has really great stuff. We'll go into that a little bit more in detail later on, but overall pretty great there. In fourth place, we have Dual Lucina, one of the units I was pulling for. Very happy to see her in there as well. Fantastic unit. In fifth place and sixth place, we have our 2 skill duplicators, Hector and Tamara, 2 of the best skill duplicators in the entire game. Great result. And then in 7th place, we have Ira, our newest legendary. And in 8th place, we have another snake with a Nidhogger with the mythic version this time. Unfortunately, below that, we do have some people who just didn't quite make the cut with Emblem Selka, which could have been our 3rd emblem. Emblem Ike, our 4th emblem. And then the unit that I was actually voting for, Desert Ike in 11th place and Winter FOMO in 12th. Overall, I do think these results are extremely good. We'll go into more detail a little bit more later on, but this top 8 is full of absolutely fantastic meta units who all offer value to your account. So overall, absolutely great results there. If we actually go over to my top picks for Hero Rises from my last video, then you can see that we did extremely well. None of the units who were actually selected for the banner are below the S tier. They're all S tier or higher. The one unit I do kind of wish that was on here the most was Marissa, but unfortunately she didn't quite make that cut. Overall, I'm very happy to see the community come together to make such a great banner. And not only that, to make sure there's no duds on the banner, which is probably a first ever. Next, let's talk about what's actually happening and when. So we're going to be having a voting gauntlet starting on February 28th. That will be all 8 units facing off against each other, like in this wonderful bracket you can see from Phoenix Master. So we will have the first place going off against the 8th place, Lyn versus Nidhogger. We have Dual Lucina versus Hector, which hurts my soul a little bit, because those are 2 of the units I really want to win. We then have Ira and Sigurd facing off, so a bit of a genealogy war there. And then lastly, we have Tamara versus New Year's Nidhogger as well. And then what will happen is we'll do a voting gauntlet, and as each bracket loses, we'll get down to that final bracket, and whoever comes in first place will be given away for free. Now, this will be happening around March 19th. We don't have the exact date yet, but typically that's when it drops. We'll get our free hero who got first place, as well as the banner too, which is going to be amazing because this banner actually is a 6% banner with 8 units on it, so instead of the typical 4, but you get no pity breaks. So there's absolutely no chance of you getting anyone except for these 8 heroes, which is fantastic, absolutely fantastic there. And best of all, there's going to be 4 sparks for everyone. That's right, even if you don't have Fey Pass, you'll still be able to spark up to 4 times, meaning that you can guarantee that 4 of these amazing heroes are in your barracks by the end, which is just absolutely amazing. Overall, this banner does have 3 blue units, 3 red units, 1 green unit, and 1 colorless unit. So pretty interesting share there, a little bit of everything, which means you can go full circles and you're guaranteed to be getting 5 stars from all the colors, which is nice. That means you don't have to skip and you can go for maximum orb efficiency. Now let's jump into the heroes themselves, talk about the roles they play, how powerful they are, and what kind of fodder they have. Okay, let's start off with Emblem Lyn. And Emblem Lyn obviously is one of the most powerful units in the entire game right now. She completely dominates Aether8's offense, it's pretty much become a joke at this point. She's really powerful in summoner duels, and she can even be used in Aether8's defense as well, though I'm not super high on her there. Overall, just an extremely powerful unit. The big thing, of course, is that she gives you the Emblem Lyn ring, and having the Emblem Lyn ring is like a game changer for your account. If you haven't had a chance to get this yet, I absolutely recommend getting it now because it is such high value. The one thing I will say is that Emblem Lyn's fodder is only good and not amazing. Speed Taker is obviously one of the best B skills in the game right now for physical nukes, but Finish and Panic Smoke 4 are pretty common and pretty easy to get. They're not bad skills by any means, but they're not like the top tier options. So overall, pretty solid though with Lyn. I think you're getting a great package of an amazing unit, decent fodder, and then Emblem Lyn ring, which is literally invaluable to your account. Next, let's talk about our other Emblem hero. We have Sigurd. So Sigurd, once again, a 9 out of 10 power unit. Fantastic. absolutely great in every single game mode and has really good fodder as well. Momentum being the really big one, as we haven't had a chance to get that on a different unit yet. So Emblem Stinger is the only unit who can give that out. Attack Defense Excel is extremely powerful right now, but Fatal Smoke 4 in particular I absolutely love because we have so much Miracle going around. So being able to get that skill and possibly even duplicate it is really big. But of course, when you're talking about Emblem Heroes, the biggest thing has to be Emblem Ring once again. It is just invaluable, so being able to get that on your account with a guaranteed spark is just ridiculously good value. After that, we do have New Year's Nidhogger, who is easily one of the top 5 saves in the game currently. She's absolutely fantastic, and she offers ridiculously good fodder with Sturdy Beast, which is like the best beast special if you're trying to tank essentially, which is most of the meta beasts at the moment. You're also going to get Slick Fire 4, which is fantastic, but most importantly, Higher Ground, that far save skill that gives anti-warping as well. The roll compression of the skill is absolutely insane, and so being able to get this not only on New Year's Nidhogger herself and being able to use that unit, but also being able to give that to something like, let's say, the new Duo Rhea is just crazy high value. In 4th place, we have our only colorless unit, Duo Lucina. Once again, a totally meta impactful unit, just absolutely ridiculous, fantastic in every game mode. Again, fantastic newt and like ridiculous support as well. I love this unit. Not only is she like super good in every game mode, but she's also extremely high scoring for arena. So that means if you're trying to get merges and trying to go for that plus 10, you're gonna get that value from Duo Lucina. She also has a lot of powerful support, which means that she will age extremely well. Even after the point where she's not nuking everything to the ground, her support will still be invaluable. So I think that's really amazing. And then of course you can't overlook her fodder, which is also very good. Now, Flared Sparrow has started to fall off a little bit, especially compared to something like, the Sly Swift Sparrows and stuff like that. But you do have Detect, which is one of the most powerful beast skills in the entire game right now. You have Shadow Shift and Curve Shot, which is the best special for most bow units at the moment as well. So, like, absolutely just the full package here. So, fantastic unit that you can spark, once again, without Fade Pass, which is a big deal. We then have our first attuned unit in Hector. And Hector is, once again, one of the top 5 saves in the game easily. In my opinion, the best Ether Raid's defense save, as he does give out that Stone Train, which is really, really nice and invaluable. But really, the best thing about Hector is that he's an attuned unit. I mean, whenever you invest into him, whatever skill you give to him, he can give to other units without being sacrificed. Not only that, when he does fall off, you can just give that fodder to somebody else, and then you still have all that value. So I think Hector is easily one of the best choices for this banner. I'm very glad to see him here, and he's just an absolutely fantastic unit with all of his amazing fodder and his unique attune skill in DC Echo, which is just really, really powerful. So fantastic to see him here. We then have another attuned hero in Tamara, fantastic Omni Tank, one of the best Omni Tanks in the game, easily top 3, and she has really solid fodder as well. Of course, she comes with Lagoo's Friend 4 and Breath of Life 4, which are 2 meta skills, but she also duplicates all the fodder you put onto her, so if you start to put more valuable infantry skills on her, she can duplicate all that as well. So once again, just so much value on this banner. We then have Ira coming in as our newest legendary, and this is really good if you're looking for an arena core for water season. Ira can offer that to you, and even if you're not, she's a very powerful nuke and support unit for every single game mode, which is great. And on top of that, she has extremely good fodder with Speed Taker, the new Brutal Tempest, which is fantastic, and even Attack Speed Excel. So once again, the full package. And then finally, we have our last snake in Nidhogger. Once again, top 5 save in the entire game. But the big value is that she is an Astro Mythic, meaning she can increase your offensive Mythic score, which is a very big deal, right? Being able to get to that plus 10 just makes your AR season all that much better. And at the same time, you get a fantastic unit. And if for some reason you don't really want to do that, you get great fodder as well. So once again, you're just not losing here. Okay, let's jump into the actual summoning rates for this banner, and let's start off with just any 5-star. So if you're just doing full circles, what are your chances of getting 5 stars? At the 50th percentile, you're getting a 5-star every 9 pulls. That's right, 45 orbs for a 5-star. That is absolutely insanely good rates, considering that this isn't some kind of dream banner where they're all sharing colors. This is just like, you could pull full circles and get a 5-star every 9 pulls. That's absolutely insanely good value. So if you're just looking to get value overall and try to get the most amount of 5 stars, that is going to be a great thing for you to be going for, as you're going to get a ton of return for your orbs, and you're getting meta 5 stars for every single pull you're getting, right? You're not getting any pity breaks. You're only getting these 8 units, which is fantastic. Okay, let's move on to the final part of the video, should you pull? Now, when it comes to the pros, this banner has a lot going for it. First of all, it has 8 meta heroes on one banner, which is insane value. Second, and I think the most important thing actually, is the sparkable emblem rings, right? Anytime you can spark an emblem ring and you don't have a copy of it yet, you should do that. That's just my personal opinion. I think Emblem Rings are the one thing in Fae that you do not skip. Those are the units you guaranteed always pull on. So right now, if you don't have like a Marth, let's say, you should be pulling on the Hero Fest right now to get the guaranteed copy of Marth, because it is sparkable for everyone. And the same is true here, in my opinion, where if you don't have Lyn or if you don't have Sigurd, you should spark twice and get a copy of each of them if you don't get them along the way. That way you are guaranteed to have those Emblem Rings, because those Emblem Rings add value to your account forever. Just that alone is a reason to pull, in my opinion. We also have 2 skill duplicators in Tamara and Hector, which are 2 of the best skill duplicators in the game, who also have amazing fodder automatically, so you don't have to even invest really into them, and you're still getting value as it is. There's absolutely insanely premium fodder on this banner. We have some of the best skills in the entire game available here, so that's a really good reason. Next thing is you get 4 sparks. That's right, you get 4 sparks for everyone, no Fae Pass, and most of these units are not sparkable normally, right? The only units really are like Tamara and Hector, who are on normal banners, but everyone else has been either a seasonal, a legendary, or a mythic, which means that if you didn't have Fae Pass, you couldn't get these units guaranteed. So being able to come in here and spark them guaranteed is really, really, really valuable. And then of course we do have better rates on the most part for most 5 stars, right? You're going to be getting overall more 5 stars than normal, just like whatever. But if you're looking for specific 5 stars, that's where we get into the cons, right? So we do have some worse rates for some specific heroes like Hector, like Tamara, like New Year's Nidhogger, right? So if you're trying to plus 10 only those units and you don't care about who they're sharing with, then this might not be the banner for you, right? So that's like the one big thing. The other thing is that this banner will take a while to come out, right? This banner should be coming out around March 19th, March 18th, somewhere around there. And that is like a whole month, a little bit more until that comes out. And so power creep kind of goes crazy. So it's a chance that in a month, this banner is not as valuable as it once was, which would be crazy, but it wouldn't be the first time this has happened in Fae. So definitely like stay tuned, to my channel, PM1, Joel, and everybody else as well, just to see like if that has happened, because I could see like maybe they release a hard counter to the snakes and then the snakes lose some value, right? Something like that. So that is something to consider. Overall, do I think you should pull? Absolutely. I think this is a banner you absolutely 100% pull on no matter what, pretty much. Unless you have one copy of all these heroes and you just don't care anymore, then maybe you don't pull then. But if you do not have a copy of some of these heroes, especially the emblem heroes, I think you absolutely pull here. You don't necessarily have to go deep. You can just go to 1 spark, get the 1 hero you really want, and then probably pick up 1 or 2 other 5 stars along the way. Now, if you're like me, you're going to go for all 4 sparks, and you get to pick 4 out of the 8 heroes to just have, which is amazing value in itself. And if you're going that deep, it's like 600 and something orbs at the minimum. You're going to probably pick up a lot of 5 stars along the way as well, which means you'll have fodder or just those 5 stars, which are really good, right? And so overall, I do think this is a banner you should be pulling on overall, unless you have some specific situations where you just don't need these units for some reason. Okay, with that said, I think this is one of the best Hero Rises we've ever had. It isn't like the dream banners where you're just getting like ridiculous ultra value for your orbs, but you all overall are getting better value for your orbs while getting 8 heroes who are all meta and powerful, which is something we can't say really about any other Hero Rises where there was usually at least 1 dud on the banner. So very, very happy with this overall and the results, even though I do wish Ike and maybe Athos made it on, but it's fine. With that said, I'd love to hear from you now. Will you be pulling on this banner? Which hero are you most excited about on this banner? And are there any heroes you wish you would have made it into the top 8 instead of one of these? I'd love to hear about it, so make sure to drop a comment down below. As always, I'd like to thank all my members for their constant support, and if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. This has been Oblivion. I'll catch y'all later with more Fire Emblem Heroes.